300 have been ordered, and I didn't even tell anybody the price, and this is the very first look at it. I'll show you colors, and then we're going to get busy. I'll get my fabulous guest out to join me in just a moment, but I just want to get to the colors and the sizing because I do not want you to wait. And I will tell you, all leather, molded footbed that is specially designed by Naturalizer, so it comforts your feet. They're lightweight, they move, they're flexible. You can dance the night away or walk the day away and never want to take these shoes off. So here we go. This is the nickel color. It's a great neutral with just a little bit of a very matte shine to it, which is gorgeous. Then we move over here. We have your classic black. You know you can't go wrong with that. Beside that, this is a brown. It's a dark, beautiful brown. The Camelot is more like a saddle brown color. Then we have the red, which is not a bright, screamy red. It's really kind of a dusty red. And then finally, there's the white that I have right there. We also have these available. Now, listen to this. We start at size 5, and then we go 5, 5.5, all the way up through size 11 and 12. And then on top of that, we have, get this, you're going to love it, medium or wide width. So it's a big deal tonight, and we're so excited about it. So we got to get busy and tell you all about it as well. So I better get my guest out here. She's been in the business for more than 25 years. She's the VP of Sales for Naturalizer. And Lorianne, it's good to have you back.
How are you?
I'm great. Okay, so first off, I was blown away. I just have to say, it's the price tonight.
I know.
Unbelievable.
Incredible price for, you know, your sandal, leather sandal at $39.95.
It's even hard for her to say.
It is. She's like,
$39.95. Oh, and by the way, 2 flex. Oh, and if that weren't enough, you're not paying for shipping tonight. We are. I mean, there's every reason to stock up. And already, by the way, now 500, 600 have been ordered. Yeah, so good time to get your size and your color. All right, so let's get into some detail because, yes, we love the price. That's important. Yeah. We love the name, but it really is all about the quality of the details.
Oh, for sure. And, you know, coming up on summer, everyone's planning vacations. It's time for sandals, and we wanted to bring the best, most modern, classic comfort sandal we can offer. And you talked about it, Suzanne. We put in that molded footbed. We have the non-skid outsole. We have the antimicrobial lining. We have all the components of M5 comfort. So, and the fun little metal detail, too. So, you know, that little piece of jewelry. But M5 comfort, it's our comfort system, and it's 5 key components. We look for the most lightweight materials, the most breathable linings. We put extra cushioning in all the important points of your step. We look at the outsoles to make sure they're the most flexible and the most durable. And then lastly, we look at each shoe and we make sure that the proportion from heel to toe is appropriate. And sometimes, you know, Suzanne, sandals that are flat to the ground, they're not as comfortable.
Can't stand them. Can't stand them.
So that's why this one has that molded footbed and it has that 1 1/4 lift.
Sorry, Lorianne, I gotta interrupt you.
What happened?
The nickel's almost sold out. I wasn't kidding.
Oh.
I know. You know, I know you're at home. I get it. I get it. I know this business. You sit at home and you go, oh, please. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, last call on the nickel already. I'm gonna just start. I'll be getting rid of shoes faster than we can get them out here. So I just want to give an update because it's almost gone. But when you're talking about, let's talk about the sole. And guys, I believe it or not, Mike, I'm gonna try to hold this really still because it's beautiful. It's cupped on the back, but I really want you to talk and show this incredible detail just in your sole construction.
Yeah, well, and you're pointing at it, Suzanne. It's that extra cushioning in the heel and the forepart of that molded sock. And then it has a curved, soft edge as you come up around by the outsole, which gives you a really nice feeling on the outside of your foot at the back of your heel.
Without digging.
Right, without digging. And both of us have it on. And when I was walking over here, you can feel that cushioning in the heel. When your heel hits the ground and you get that flex movement, that's where all that N5 comfort comes in.
That's great. And also, too, just no buckles to deal with. No snaps, no zippers, no nothing. Literally, it has your little hook and loop right here on the side. And so you can adjust it if you need to. You can make it a little bit tighter, or if you've got to make it a little bit wider, you can. So you can adjust the back. It stays on beautifully. I have become really, I don't know, I don't know. I just don't like flip-floppy shoes anymore. I can't do it.
I can't do it.
I like stability. You know why? Because I think we live really busy lifestyles. And I don't have time to be fighting my shoes or my toes gripping all day long to hang on to a shoe. This doesn't do that. You slip it in, you go, go, go. You will not want to take these off. That's how comfortable they are. And you do feel like you're almost floating. It's almost like it's caressing your feet. Believe it or not, that's the weirdest thing to say, but it really feels that way.
It's a perfect description.
I have to tell you, the nickel is already sold out, right? I have to get rid of the nickel. Okay, sorry, we even have to get rid of our nice little displays.
I'll spread them out. I'll spread them out.
There we go. Yeah, make it look like we have a bunch more.
Yeah.
The white is going to be the next one to sell out. Now 1,200 have been ordered. We won't do this price again. So first thing I did, I went up to Lorianne. We were talking. I said, Lorianne, first thing I said was, your shoes are usually $69 most of the time. In fact, we have a great sandal coming up.
Yeah.
And it's called the Joni?
Joni.
The Joni. The Joni is not leather. That's a great sandal. I think you'll love it. But just to give you a reference, it is not leather. It does not have the special heel and the special molded bottom. And it is $69. And it's coming up next hour. It's a great sandal. Doesn't have half the features of this. And it's not genuine leather. And it's $69. And that's what we normally do Naturalizer at. That's the average price, always.
Yeah.
And so I said, I don't know how you guys did it. And she goes, trust me, it ain't happening again. And I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah. In a loving way.
Yeah. Yes, in the most loving way.
Yeah.
She's like, she goes, this is one of the best deals and the only deal we'll have on this.
Yeah.
The red and the white now, last call. What'll be left will be the black. We brought in more of the base colors. That's the black. And then this one is called the brown. And this is like a soft saddle brown. That is called Camelot.
Camelot.
So those will be the three we'll have remaining. The red and the white are almost gone at this point. So again, we talked about the footbed. Let's flip the shoe over and talk about the sole of the shoe.
Yeah, well, we always pay special attention to the outsole because that's your connection to the ground. And, you know, stability you talked about, critical. So we always put an anti-skid kind of non-scuff pad in the forepart. And it's very bendable, very flexible. So it adds to the, right? So it's truly a comfort sandal from top to bottom.
Interesting, it's flexible. Sometimes when you get flexible, you're like, oh, it's like almost too flexible.
Yeah, yeah.
There's still so much stability with it.
Yeah.
So it's floating, yet stable, it's flexible, and it's lightweight. It's all day comfortable. You wear a pair of sandals and you're like, well, they look cute. And like 2 hours in, you're literally saying, does anybody have a Band-Aid?
Right.
That darn thing is rubbing the heck out of my baby toe. Like, you know, you're just like, and you're in an event and you're like trying to smile. You're like, my foot is killing me. You will never, ever say that about these shoes. I am now going on to my 3rd hour on the air. I had these on for several hours before I came on the air, and I quite frankly don't want to take them off. And you know what's really cool about the sole is as you wear them, it gets better and better and better. Other shoes, they get worse, right? Or they fall apart. This actually gets better as you wear it. Okay, oh, I'm sorry, Larry.
What happened?
Red is now sold out. Goodbye, red.
Oh no.
The white, we're kind of trying to keep them.
We'll spread them out. We'll fill them in a little bit.
We'll fill it in a little bit. The white is next to go, and then the Camelot, and then we'll have the black and the brown. I do want to point out one more thing. Look at this. Sorry, guys.
Oh, yes.
I'm moving over.